Welcome to Psychology of Humans. Today, we're exploring one of the most controversial figures in modern psychology, Philip Zimbardo, the psychologist who tried to answer a massive question: are evil actions born from evil people, or does the situation create the behavior? Most of psychology focuses on internal traits, personality, upbringing, trauma, neurology. Zimbardo flipped the frame. His question wasn't, who are you, but who do you become when the environment changes? That question led to one of the most infamous studies ever conducted, the Stanford Prison Experiment. In 1971, Zimbardo and his team converted the basement of Stanford University into a simulated prison. They recruited healthy young men and randomly assigned them to the role of guard or prisoner. There were no real criminals, no real officers, just students playing a role. But what happened next shocked even Zimbardo. Within hours, the guards started enforcing their power. Within days, it escalated into psychological abuse. Prisoners became submissive, depressed, and emotionally distressed. Some broke down. The guards became cruel, inventing punishments, using isolation, and stripping prisoners of identity. The experiment, planned for 2 weeks, was shut down after 6 days. Here's what Zimbardo concluded: situations can transform normal people into something unrecognizable. The structure of power, uniforms, roles, authority can override personality. Context can create cruelty. And given the right conditions, ordinary individuals can do extraordinary harm. The study was more than a dramatic moment in psychology. It was a mirror. It suggested that systems matter more than we like to admit. We want to believe that morality is internal. We want to believe people are stable, consistent, grounded. But Zimbardo argued that context pulls the strings. Give someone power over another person, remove accountability, and the mask slips. However, Zimbardo's work didn't end with the experiment. He expanded his ideas into what he called the Lucifer effect. His theory on how good people turn evil, how environments shape behavior, and how institutions create cruelty. He connected his findings to real-world events: military abuse, prison systems, conformity, obedience, and war crimes. But here's the important thing. Zimbardo wasn't obsessed with darkness. He was obsessed with choice. If environments can turn good into evil, then environments can also bring the best out of people. He shifted focus from the prison experiment to heroism, what he called the heroic imagination project. His idea was simple: if people can be pressured into cruelty, they can also be inspired into courage. Zimbardo's work is heavily criticized, methodologically, ethically, and conceptually. Some argue the guards were coached, others argue the experiment lacked scientific structure. Today, it would never be approved, and that criticism matters. The Stanford prison experiment shouldn't be romanticized, but ignoring it would be a mistake. Because whatever you think of Zimbardo, the experiment forced psychology and society to confront an uncomfortable truth. Environment shapes identity. Power shapes behavior. Systems matter. The Stanford prison experiment became a cultural reference point in universities, military training, criminal justice, and ethics discussions. Not because Zimbardo was perfect, but because he touched a nerve we all feel. How much of me is really just context? So what do we take from Philip Zimbardo today? First, be careful with power, both the power you take and the power you give. Second, take responsibility for the systems you're part of at work, in relationships, in society. And third, remember that if environments can pull you down, they can lift you up. You can choose to be the person who steps in, not the one who slips into the situation. Zimbardo showed us the dark side of human behavior, and then showed us where the light can come from. The power of the situation is real, but so is the power of courage. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.